So here's the thing about printers. Nobody really thinks about them until they absolutely have to. And when you do, it's usually frustration, cables that don't connect, drivers that don't install, or ink that somehow costs more than the printer itself. Today, we're looking at something that's been sitting in that office all-rounder category for a while now. The HP OfficeJet Pro 6978. A wireless all-in-one printer that promises printing, scanning, copying, mobile printing, and even voice control with Alexa. Sounds like it should just work, right? Let's find out. First impression, it's not trying to be flashy. It's a typical office-style printer design. Compact enough for a desk corner, but still bulky enough that you're not forgetting it's there. The build is solid plastic, nothing premium, but nothing that feels cheap either. It's clearly made to sit in a home office or small business setup, and just exist quietly doing its job. Setup is where most printers usually start to lose people. But here, it's actually pretty straightforward. You connect it to Wi-Fi, follow the app instructions, and within a few minutes you're printing from your phone or laptop. HP's Smart App does most of the heavy lifting, and once it's connected, it stays connected more reliably than you'd expect from a printer in this price range. Now let's talk printing performance. Black and white documents come out fast, sharp, and clean. Text looks crisp even at smaller font sizes, which is exactly what you want if you're printing reports, documents, or schoolwork. Color printing is decent too. It's not professional photo printer level, but for charts, presentations, and everyday color prints, it holds up really well. Speed-wise, it's not the fastest printer on the market, but it's consistent. And consistency matters more than peak speed when you're printing multiple pages. You're not sitting there wondering if the next page is going to jam or fade. Scanning and copying is another strong point. The automatic document feeder actually saves a lot of time if you're dealing with multi-page documents. You just load it up, hit scan, and it handles the rest without babysitting. Now the big topic nobody escapes with printers, ink. HP pushes their Instant Ink subscription pretty heavily with this device. And depending on how you print, it can either be a great deal or an annoying monthly cost. If you print a lot, it can actually save you money and reduce stress about running out of ink. But if you only print occasionally, it might feel unnecessary. The printer itself is designed to work with it smoothly, but you're not forced into it, which is important. Wireless performance is solid. Printing from phones, laptops, even cloud services works without much friction. Apple AirPrint, Android printing, and HP Smart integration all make it pretty flexible for modern setups. And yes, Alexa integration exists, but realistically, it's more of a novelty than something you'll use every day. Something worth mentioning is reliability. Over time, this is where printers usually fall apart. Paper jams, connectivity drops, or random errors. In testing, it holds up fairly well, but like any inkjet printer, it still needs regular use. If you leave it idle for weeks, you might run into the usual maintenance issues. So who is this actually for? If you're working from home, running a small office, or need a dependable printer for school or admin work, this fits right into that space. It's not trying to be a high-end photo printer, and it's not a basic budget printer either. It sits right in the middle where most people actually need something reliable. But if you rarely print anything, or you're expecting zero maintenance forever, no printer really escapes that reality. At the end of the day, the HP OfficeJet Pro 6978 is one of those it-just-gets-the-job-done devices. Not exciting, not revolutionary, but practical in a way that actually matters once you start using it every day. And honestly, with printers, that's usually the best compliment you can give.